Well, the surgery's been set for the 18th, and as it's certainly the 7th, that makes it 11 days until I go under the knife for my gallbladder. Morning. Seems like a whole heck of a lot of European teams are having games today. Facebook's doing a really poor job. Problem is because they're in half English. Because it'll be like Polish, running back, Polish, wide receiver, Polish, quarterback, Polish, defensive line. And I'm like, so I hit go translate and it's like I can't hit C translation on German, so that's a benefit. I can read through that. That is, today we present, we're standing we a sponsor for the us to already. It makes much more sense, at least after a while with me, that I was also trying to read it backwards in the camera. So yeah, it's easier for me to read and just automatically translate words because my brain will start throwing them into correct English sentence structure. Because a lot of the words are almost a lot of words. Shouldn't probably say that, but a fair number of the words can just directly translate to something, and at least in my brain, it sorts them out. Like that, and I also know that it's a Hyundai logo for the Bremerhaven Seahawks, and I see the word sponsor. So I'm like, today a sponsor, Stellan is like standing, presenting, but not presenting because that's presentieren, for us very many years of our way, and then I don't know that very last word, which is the verb for the entire sentence. Because yay German. This year we have it again for our something. Anyways, like I can get it. I get the general idea, and it'll be easier over there. So yeah, as according to Snapchat, today, 1 week, 3 days, 11 days, i.e. today, 7 days of next week. That was 4, I know. I'm bad at, I don't have 7 fingers on one hand. Basically 1, 2, 3 days of the following week. So yeah, that's fun. So Aaron and I realized that we didn't actually watch Once Upon a Time and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. from last week, because I had a really busy practice. And so I was just conked out, and we went to the food carts and then finished up Black Mirror, and then finished up Black Mirror, but like Tuesday or something we finished. I can definitely see if people like turned it off after the very first episode and never watched it when they were watching it live, because that one was a little bit more disturbing of all of the other ones. Some of the rest of them were just more Twilight-y Zone, but anyways. The one that had to do with the British Prime Minister was the very, very first episode, and that's awkward. I can't get my Pokemon thing done today, or this morning. I can get it done today probably, because I just have to walk like 0.8 more kilometers to get an egg hatched, which will be my quest for today. It'll actually be 2 quests for today. But yeah. I don't know why I'm opening Pokemon. I don't have any Pokeballs, and I don't have any quests I can do with Pokeballs and catching Pokemon, unless I'm just seeing if there's anything special that popped up. No, it's a bunch of Pidgeys. I mean, I also have win a raid, but I don't want to go out and like, there's a 1-star showing up at 8:08 at the max platform in like 40 minutes. So, I mean, I guess if a ghost one popped up, then I could, but that's that. Could catch it because I still have to do that. Get practice at 10. I've been stretching, doing all my stuff, talking with Sven. He's on the Algal Comets 2. He says, oh, it's not first team. And I was like, that's okay. It's better than not playing at all. Does that make sense? A lot of guys And I guess you could think of it this way as like the Allgäu Comets 2 versus like, and the Nuremberg Rams 2 and all that jazz are like junior varsity. Is what I was talking to Sven about. And they play in like the GFL 2, I think, because they play in the next league down, because you can't, that would be weird. That would also be like, no, here's the thing. It's like, and I talked this over with Timothy on the Rams, who have a Nuremberg Rams too. It's going to be super hard for the second team to be able to go into, like they can, like let's say the Nuremberg Rams 2 are in Regionalliga, the next one down from where the Nuremberg Rams are, and like, because it's kind of a farm team after a fashion. If they get someone on there that's like super good, and I mean, it's not that they want the team to lose, but it'd be really hard for the team to win, because if someone is showing a lot of promise from the Nuremberg Rams 2, they will be moved to the Nuremberg Rams, because that's the money-making team. Because unlike junior varsity and varsity, there's not really an age thing that's a problem. I mean, there is always people that are just super good. And, well, like we had like with Willie's team, they had Shimmy, one of their receivers and corners. He was just good that he actually got a lot of time on varsity, but he also played on JV, but they had to, you know, divvy up his time because you can only play 6 quarters a week. That's what's going on there. So that's what Timothy was saying, is that if you get someone that's like kind of top of the line in the second team, they will get moved on to the first team. So I mean, you understand, it's not like they're trying to make the second team lose, but it's a place that you can still be involved in the organization and develop skills in game-like stances. But it makes sense to me. I hope it makes sense to you guys, because it's not a bad thing. Because even if your high school varsity team does terrible that season and your junior varsity does good, doesn't necessarily mean that the team needs to overtake the other one. So it's just, you know, some other teams just happen to have crappy roster years. Like this year, Southridge JV kind of got shot in the foot to an extent because the high school of Mountainside opened up, and last year they didn't have juniors and seniors, so they only had freshmen and sophomores. So they had a lot of the JV team that Southridge would have had. So Southridge actually combined their JV and their freshman team, and they moved everyone they could up to varsity. Things are going to be strange next year with Southridge, because I think Mountainside will be opening up a actual varsity team. But yeah, so the Pitbulls and the Storm are playing at each other tonight at Hare. Benefit of that one is the Pitbulls is the last regular season game we have, and the Storm are the first regular season game we have. So we play the Storm on the 12th of May, right? And then we play the Tulalip Warhawks here on the 28th. So 10 days after my surgery is a preseason game, and then we get basically a week off and can fix any problems and then go into the regular season. That's cool. Anyways, I will chat with you guys probably a little bit before practice and then whatnot. I still have to take care of stuff. I have to go out in that area and like do longer stretches. There's just only so much I can do here in the kitchen. I mean, you know, putting your foot up on the counter helps, but in order to get a good stretch to like the inside, you need to be able to go like this doesn't work very well. It just doesn't. You need to be able to go into that side lunge. So fun times. We did not get gas last night, and yeah, perhaps if I get there early enough, like I have enough to get there, but you don't have to get home. There is a Shell station right next to our field, I think, if I remember correctly. But yeah, even on a Prius, sometimes you can only go so far. So yeah, is that a gas station? Oh no. Anyways. Yeah, so I'm on the way. We got like grandparents out driving right now. People don't know that when our lane came in on Murray towards, or off Murray towards 26, that there's another lane for, like, both lanes have their own. The decongestant has my nose clear. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna wear my white mouth guard today. I don't know why. I'm just feeling super into being on the white. I don't know. Oh yeah, I've gotta get back to the radio. Whatnot. Might be the sun making me. Ugh. So, oh shit. Oh, that's gonna be great. I gotta wash it anyways, whatever. It was that linebacker, but a lot of reps, in and out, every two. That's fun. Get people in, get people out. People are trying to, new people are coming in, want to be at backer. Then we start doing run plays. So then all the linebackers like leave because they're actually running backs. Something like that. I've got just an absolute... The wind and the storm picked up. That's that. Put me on so much O-line today. Yeah, I got hit. I got bumped onto my butt. But one thing that I fear, it's just getting in my head because I'm like, I'm still trying to figure out how to hold still and what stance to be in and how far my splits are. And everyone's like, you're supposed to know this. I'm like, no, I don't. I'm still trying to figure out linemen. It's not like I have a whole grip of guys I can just go out and practice line with. And even Willie says that. But none of the defense guys will come over and play it. So we have a coach standing in for a tackle. I'm in that mindset where I just want to slink away and not come back. Nobody wants me at backer. And I am by far the worst offensive lineman in existence. Perhaps I'm kind of having a little autistic moment right now. And I need to let it out before I start driving again. I'm sorry, I can't give a rundown. I have to be alone for a bit. So, the last time I talked to you guys was after practice. From what I can tell, nothing terrible happened at practice. We were just playing football, and, you know, obviously we're in pads the entire time. Wind and the rain probably... I was having a severe adrenaline come down. Severe. Because as I've talked to Willie, I can't... Because I apparently sent him a lot of Snapchats. I don't know what. I was just not handling the come down very well. I was probably a bit dehydrated because I had no water. I had no coconut water. I had nothing. And it was dumb on me. Thankfully, we were not at the place for practice. We had to move practice things because the field was flooded. Yay, storm. So I was able to swing by, get gas, and then, yeah, go out to the other field. It's really strange. I've never had to give my zip code to do gas.
They rented it. It's usually you use debit.
I didn't know that. They didn't ask for that at Fred Meyer. I used the credit card at Fred Meyer. They never asked for that.
Where'd you get gas?
Arco.
Oh yeah, Arco is weird.
Also, it was like $3.19 a gallon. I remember that. Yeah, I know. I know.
Thanks for the reminder, though.
so I don't know how much, but if you just want to throw in $32, because I know it wasn't 10 gallons,
yeah.
Or even if it was. I mean, that's all the tank holds. Just throw in $32. You'll pay that off quick. I'd use a credit card because I don't have enough money. I do now because he didn't notice. I actually sold my old helmet.
Oh, good.
Yeah, for $60. Well, some guy at practice needed it, and I was like, you want to borrow it for this practice? Because I didn't think someone, you know, I'm like, do you want me to bring it back next week? You can bring money. After practice, I was like, so, helmet fit good? Oh, I love this helmet. How much do you think you can get me for it? He's like, I can get you 60. I'm like, okay. Like, it was literally sitting here. I wasn't using, oh wait, no, you're the old one. I'm gonna wait to see what's gonna, I don't know what's that. That's old. I went into practice with that. But anyways, so yeah. Just informing you all, I basically came home and I laid down. I was like blubbery for a little bit, but part of my anxiety system and panic disorder, and for you longtime viewers, I have neurological problems. That's probably one of the great things, is that even with the neurological problems, I still persist to pursue my dream, despite the fact that things go really weird sometimes. And we have got to get to Black Bear because they're open for an hour and a half now.
This is one of the reasons I don't like Arco.
Why did they do that?
Every time they ran your card. So 3 of those are going to go away. And then 1 charge will come through in about 72 hours for the actual amount.
There's card running fees. I'm not going to say.
So that isn't card running fees. That's pre-authorization.
Oh, whatever. It's still just the fact that pre-authorization fees went through. And this, even, like I said, I ran it at Fred Meyer.
Yeah.
Nothing went wrong. They didn't ask my zip code. They didn't ask for anything. Maybe because I had my card, my Freddy's card with me, they didn't need to.
Could be.
But just that right there makes me not any happier with Arco.
Yeah.
Honestly, even if we were, say, moving across the country, I'm gonna miss Fred Meyer.
Yeah.
But, you know, things will be better. We have got to go. Yeah. I am not even gonna put on a jacket. I'm just gonna, you do not know where the fob is.
I don't know where the fob is either.
Because I came in and pulled everything out of my pockets and basically laid on the bed fully clothed. Yeah. For a little while. Just because so it's probably still on the bed. There it is. Found it. See you guys at dinner. So, we didn't record at Black Bear because 1, there's music. 2, not a lot of people there, and the people that were there were super old. Until like right there near the end. And when people are, just people in that demographic, they're weirded out by cameras. They're also weirded out by phones. So that's why it's like, because like we were getting, like I would pick up my phone and do stuff on Pokemon, and then I'd look over to the side, and like one of the ladies at the other table was like, and like staring, not at me, but at my phone. I'm like, you'd think that Black Bear Diner on a Saturday night when it's rainy out, the old people would be there at like 3 or 4 o'clock, not 8:30 at night.
Yeah.
I'm going to finish. I don't see them putting in like, I could always check. I don't think they did a whole like 13 episodes. I think this is like 10 or 8 of Reboot. I'll check, but I'm not sure. We are on episode 4. There are 10, but they're half-hour episodes. They're 22-minute episodes, which means they're 22.5-minute episodes. Because that's how long commercial breaks are in a 30-minute episode. So, which is exactly why when you watch an episode and it's a 45-minute episode, that's why. Because it's 22.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know this. I figured this one out when Mom would record Voyager for me because I worked. And so I'd watch Voyager, but I'd fast forward through the commercials and I'd get home and it was like, huh. Takes me 45 minutes to watch a whole episode. Oh, well, all the commercials, so. Anyways. But yeah. So yeah, I'm going to finish this one. Like I think I said last time, it's not great. It's not terrible. And it's definitively designed for the Disney Channel Power Rangers show demographic. Not like full-blown kids. But it's sort of like the generation past when the Pokemon cartoon was pretty popular. I don't want to say the generation past because but it's sort of like you're into Pokemon in young grade school, but in older grade school, you're watching Power Rangers. So it's not really a generation, but like when you're in K through 6, you know, the 5th graders and the 2nd graders do not really converse with each other. Even though they're 3 years apart. Trust me, my sister was in 2nd grade and I was in 5th grade, and her and I had nothing in common. How about you two?
Oh, my sister had nothing to do with me.
Was not a computer person?
No.
Not a gaming person? She was the sports freak?
She was band nerd.
So her daughters picked up more of her than her son?
Yeah. Although, she also played D&D, but that was more military that taught her that.
Apparently Timmy
I saw that.
Yeah, I didn't realize it. I was like, they're so close to where we live. And I'm like, there's a second
store? Because I always thought the Batcave was right there, like behind that Safeway over there on Andreessen and Mill Plain.
Yeah.
But apparently there's a Batcave near Kathy's place. Like
There's
within...
a Batcave near us.
Where?
I don't remember.
Are you thinking Rainy Day Games?
No, I'm thinking a thing that has a Batman sign on it and says free game day.
Okay.
Search. Oh, there it is. Batcave Games is behind Safeway. They only have one location.
What did Kathy... Because I guarantee you the place that I thought... Oh boy. Are we having another incident?
Hope not.
Batcave Games. So, yeah, it is...
215, yeah. That's the same one.
Oh. Was that just you burping again?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to be doing that a lot.
So, yeah, it's... Apparently, maybe Batcave Games moved to a better location?
Could be.
It's not... Okay, it is close to our house. It's not walking distance. It's right over there next to, it's in where, like, Great Wall and High School Pharmacy and the McDonald's and Chuck's. It's in that place, 136th and Mill Plain. I say Great Wall because that's the one restaurant I knew that was there. G.I. Joe's was there for a while, but now Chuck's is there. Kelly's like, he's found his people. I'm like, yeah, because his uncle and uncle almost in-law are not his people. I don't know. It says when your boy finds a card shop that holds Pokemon tournaments and D&D nights within walking distance from home, and the whole family is excited for him. Hashtag nerd life. I have to get in the comments with her what she means by it. I'll catch you guys probably tomorrow morning. Morning. So, as I was going to sleep last night, whenever I went to bed, that's fun. Having another little bit of anxiety. I mean, to be fair, I did have coffee at Blackberry, like 9 o'clock at night, so... Not gonna say everything was on the up and up with me being able to go to sleep right away. But, eyes deceive me. So anyways, I've been talking with Timothy over in the Twins that I talked about a couple Fridays ago. Yes, they both play defensive tackle. They do not play ends. I'm like, are you both ends or tackle / nose? I know a few DL on my previous teams that only play DE, saying they don't play no nose guard, or some arrogant BS. That's like being a DB and never volunteering for corner. He's like, we're both tackles. We could play ends, but our size isn't made for end. I'm like, In the States, that means you like eating more than running. That's not what I meant. We're just not tall. Usually ends for us are just able to run a bit faster than a tackle. They get lazy because our offensive tackles are just lazy and fat. One of our ends tried to play outside linebacker a couple of years ago, and he was overall so slow he couldn't have made it from the center to the edge of hook to curl zone in time. In our league, we tend to put walls of body mass at defensive tackles and nose guards, guys that are up above 350 pounds. He's like, holy crap, well I guess I could play end in your league. I know how much that weight is, though. Thanks, though. That's a lot of meat to pass. I'm like, yeah, I forget who can and can't do measurement conversions. Because sometimes I'm talking to people that, you know, grew up a little bit in America, and then, like, their parents moved over there, or, you know, it's like, because some guys I talk to speak with no German accent. But they still have a very German name, and they speak ridiculously fluent German. So, I mean, obviously they've been over there for years, or just naturally take the language pretty well, like I'm probably going to, or I technically have been. You know, I've had people say, I've just been studying this language on Duolingo, like the same way I'm doing it, for like a year, and I'm just like nowhere near you. And I'm like, well, to be fair, I wasn't really good at German after about a year. I've been doing it for 3, and maybe my brain just sort of sees that sort of stuff. I don't like the term polyglot. I just don't like the word. Whenever I see it written, I'm just like, that's an arrogant word. I don't know, I look at that and the image in my mind is like that hippie meme where the girl's like sitting there and she's got like the mane of hair and the glasses and all the beads. And she's like, it says, can't seem to find a job in modern America. You know, got master's degree in 16th century impressionist lesbian sculpture. And I'm like, ads. And it's like, I understand where the term comes from, you know? And it's like I understand how the word breaks apart and its prefixes and suffixes and root words and all that stuff. But you look at the word, well, here. I don't know why, it looks like an arrogant word. And yet polygon does not. I think that whole glot is the thing that screws it up for me. But anyways, I did Star Trek yesterday before we went to Black Bear, at least the weekend thing. So I'm still not off cooldown for that one. It's 20 hours, but I did it at like 6, so I can't do it until like 2. Which means I'll just be able to do it when we get home from the store. I can't do anything on Pokemon right now because it's like, I'm not Hatch and Egg. Do I have Hatch and Egg? And I feel bad this morning, while I'm waiting for Pokemon to open, that I wasn't able to put anything in after practice because I was coming down from major adrenaline. I feel bad because it's part of my channel and I couldn't do anything. So it's a winter raid, spin Pokestops, Hatch and Egg. And it's like spin 7. I have 7 of 10. Because I got it from one of the stops last night. Oh, Edge is popping up as a raid. What size raid? 2. I don't know if I can solo that. On the team with the black and white uniforms? Question mark? So anyways, you know, and so the 7th right now, we're the 8th actually. Eastern Orthodox Easter. This whole next week is coming. And then the 14th is a practice. And then I have my surgery. And then I'm taking that practice off because I will be like in the crux of healing. And then I will go hard before a game, whatnot. Of course, technically tomorrow is Aaron's meeting. So we'll find out if there's a time limit on things. Yeah, we'll chat with you guys later in the morning after I've eaten. That's how fast I just woke up and started vlogging. To be fair, I didn't wake up right away, but when I stood up, I came out here and started vlogging. I've been awake in the bed trying to figure out how to go back to sleep because I don't think I went to bed till like 3 in the morning. Yay, anxiety. We literally went in there at the beginning of the rush. We went in the side door because there was a bunch of people conglomerated here. And so I snuck past them and went in the other door and like looked at one of I guess we'll call it one of our favorite ladies. I was like, haha, we stuck in the back door ahead of the rush. And then Aaron looked over and there was like 15 people walking in. He's like, yeah, definitely the rush. But they're starting to get the parking lot squared away with all the construction. And I'm gonna go out the other direction because there's a whole bunch of stuff back there. Yeah. And I don't want to go ka-punk, ka-kunk, and all that just no. We have a raid showing up and I thought we'd be longer. Don't hit my car. Like there's so many places you could have, maybe not there because that's a big bump, but bicyclists sometimes. Sometimes.
Often.
2/3.
Often.
We'll call it 51 to 66%. That good?
Sure.
Yeah, like I said, there's a raid gonna show up over at Powell's, but that's like, you get to Freddy's in that amount of time.
Yeah. Hey, it just stopped being whatever weather and changed.
I threw a Ditto onto the gym, but it's already got like a Chansey and a Rhydon and Executor and a Bulbasaur and a Venusaur on it, so people are going to be trying to fight like normal and plant Pokemon and all of a sudden be like, bleh. It's like the best place to put on a Ditto is after like there's a theme on the gym, so people are going against it. And so, I mean, the only thing you could really go against is like Earth, because Rock and Rock go against each other pretty well.
My Pokemon keeps erroring, and like I'll hit evolve, and it'll just say, okay, take away the candies and not show me the animation.
Yeah.
So
you just back out and it's already evolved.
Yeah.
You need to restart the app. What's your Google doing?
The car turned on.
Oh.
So it put it into auto mode.
Oh.
And started playing my music.
That's why the music started up yesterday. I was like, I don't have any of my thing open. Like, none of my stuff was open. I was like, did it automatically start playing my music? What? So yeah.
But on my Pokemon, I had to restart it because I hit transfer right after evolve.
Oh.
And so it got stuck.
There was a problem connecting to the Toyota Prius.
Pandora auto launch. To disable, go to Pandora settings advanced.
It keeps telling, I finally disabled it because I'm like, I don't want it to disable. I like it, but you're going to tell me to disable. It's like you're telling me to disable it. every time it happened, it was like, to disable this. I'm like, I don't want to. Go away. Stop notifying me. I like this option. That was that. So yeah, the raid's in 10 minutes. Did you just want to go to Freddy's?
Either way. I mean, 10 minutes isn't that long to wait, but it'll also be up in 45 minutes.
Well, yeah, but we'll be shopping and then we have to come back here. And
so let's just go to it.
Go to it? Okay.
Yeah.
We're leaving in a little bit. No, actually, we're leaving on time. But just guys, let you know, we won't give out the information on Aaron's meeting in this vlog. That'll be on Wednesday, because timing. Morning. It's always a little bit... I guess it's a little disconcerting when people who vape, like, take a big hit and then they just like cough. And I'm like, that's steam. You're coughing off steam. Either your throat/lungs are completely wrecked from smoking, or there's something more harsh in that chemical stuff, because I've literally had to, because I was so plugged up once, I did the little like towel over a lightly boiling pot of water, and I was just sucking in steam just to clear out everything and flush my sinuses. Wasn't coughing one bit.
So I'm not sure what I'm smelling, but it's delicious.
It's a Nike breakfast. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think. I'm not sure which building it is.
Hash browns.
It's potato, yeah.
Scorched hash browns.
Meh, but it's definitely comes from over there. I smelled something the other day. It was brought up at the end of the vlogs. I think it might have been last Monday that I was like, this is definitively not healthy food that they're cooking. You got all these Nike people that try to eat super healthy and have all their green and, you know, all this stuff, and I'm like, this is definitively deep fried cheese. There is nothing healthy about deep fried cheese. I'm sorry. So as I said, that information, because Aaron's boss isn't in till like 10 o'clock or a little bit later, and so if it just depends on when he gets his stuff, and weekend vlogs sometimes require me to edit for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And if I get like wrangled up like trying to do something with Willie in like the early afternoon, then I'm going to be editing and probably putting this vlog up maybe a little late. I'm not sure. But in order to get
just for consistency and logistical sake, Wednesday.
Yeah. I also had a joke that it was like telling everyone the news is going to come on Wednesday, and then everybody who watches Trek Tuesday also is going to see like a complete disassembling of the apartment and be like, I guess we know what the news is tomorrow. We gotta get out of here, it's bad country, ah! And the only reason I make that reference is because the Avenged Sevenfold song, not because I saw Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Because I haven't. We got one of these Pokemon quests that says, make an excellent throw. And I'm like, I need to stop trying to do it and it'll just accidentally happen.
Yeah.
It's not bound that I need to do that quest. So I'm just keeping it around because it's a decent reward for an accidental excellent hit.
Yeah.
Because I have the room in my thing for another quest. I've already gotten the badge for today. So
There's my badge for today.
what was it?
10 Pokemon.
Oh right, we got the
Just
same one.
Everything on the way up here.
Yeah. So how was you this weekend?
I was good. Yeah, that works. How was you?
Yeah, that was,
Grammar.
that was yeah. Because I was not having a fun weekend per se, because I was rebuilding memories from a heavy anxiety attack. Yeah. It sucks, you know, having anxiety attacks like that. But that's the thing. This is effectively reality TV. I can't say, oh, well, this weekend's a bust and scrub all the footage, because I want to hide the fact that I have psychotic breakdowns after a fashion. You know, you don't watch this channel for fakeness. At least that's the one thing I'm told. Nobody watches it for fakeness.
Yeah.
There's a whole genre of YouTube channels out there that do fakeness.
So yeah, it was pretty productive. I got a lot done on the Vampire Points thing. Rebuilt the front end and bootstrap over the last week, and over the weekend I built...
So your Vampire Points thing, you did something by bootstrapping it?
Bootstrap is a display framework. originally written by Twitter, but now it's its own thing, and it makes it easier to make sites that look good.
Oh, okay.
So,
guys, I keep hearing by pulling up by your bootstraps, pull it up by your bootstraps, so I figured it was just a turn of phrase that you were using on an actual program.
It's named for that phrase.
I figured that one. It's not the first thing is why would you name something that? It's a really negative term these days.
No.
Okay.
Over the weekend, I rebuilt the back end or started the rebuild of the back end to actually get data to the application from Firebase. So I'm making progress.
And that's not your coin thing, right?
Correct.
Okay.
It's Google's JSON store. It's JSON, not JASON, and not JYSON. JSON store that's a basically free database.
Okay. I think I got that confused with Coinbase.
Probably.
And the coin that's named after something fiery.
At Phoenix?
Something. So obviously that's where Firebase is going to be. Because that makes logical sense. Not that two different things would have a very similar name.
There are currently 2 cryptocurrencies with the abbreviation PPC, Purple Coin and Pure Coin. I got 400 Purple Coin, which has no value, and Coin Tracker, the thing that I use to keep track of my balances, saw PPC and says, "Oh, you have 400 Pure Coin. You got $686." Which is why I really wish that were reality.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, anyways, my arm's getting a little tired.
Yeah. Bye.